It's big. I mean, it's a great opportunity to play in a place like Poly Pavilion. Team like UCLA is, top 25 right now. So being able to start off the year with a challenge like this is going to be fun. We're all excited. We're all looking forward to it. We've had a great week of preparation, kind of check ourselves after our exhibition, and I'm really excited to get out there.
I was gonna say you had played in a couple big games, a couple big arenas in your career. How does it become status quo, or is this game any bigger than the ones you had in the past?
I mean, honestly, like I don't look at any game different from any other one. I mean, obviously it's a bigger environment, bigger atmosphere, but just like the experience that I've had playing against IU twice and playing in Rep Arena last year, like that kind of just has me prepared for this game mentally. So, I mean, the nerves are going to be in it, obviously, but I mean, as soon as that ball gets thrown up, I'm going to be ready to go.
So do you consider yourself a leader on this team?
I try to lead. I try to lead vocally, but also try to more lead by example. Just going out every day in practice and busting my butt, trying to compete and just trying to attack everything that we do, so the young guys can kind of see and follow.
I was gonna say you guys' roster has a lot of young guys on it. So what are you doing to help some of those guys that haven't played in this type of environment before?
Honestly, we're just coaching them. A lot of stuff got thrown at them this summer when they first got here. Before we went to Italy, so me and John, the other guys that had been here last year, we kind of just coached them and kind of just brought them up to speed a little bit. This year, starting practice, they kind of had some more stuff thrown at them that kind of had them shaking a little bit, but just coaching them and just trying to get them comfortable so that they can be ready to go.
So I lost my train. So early in the year, obviously. So, but what does a game like this, win or loss, tell you about the team?
Well, it's going to show how tough we are. UCLA has some very good players. They have 7-1 in the middle, Moses Brown. It's going to show how tough we are, rebounding, keeping the ball in front of us, getting back in transition. And then offensively, just going to see like where we are, with our same system of, getting in the paint, driving kick, driving to score, getting to the free throw line. It's just going to show how tough we are.
It's just going to be an exciting experience for all our newcomers and just within the team. It'll be, we leave today and it'll be exciting being in California.
What does a game like this, all those early in the year, what does it tell you about you guys?
We're always ready for good competition. It's nice, we played an exhibition game, got us a little warmed up, and just to go into the season right away and play UCLA will be a great, great competition for us. Yeah.
You played a lot of big games, a lot of big arenas in your career. What are you doing to help some of these young guys that haven't played in this type of atmosphere before?
All I say is you've been playing basketball all your life. They're all over 18 years old, and they've been playing since they're 3 or 4. It's just essentially it's just another basketball game in my opinion, and you just got to go in there and play your own game.
So, what do you make of the style of this team versus the style of last team?
From last year?
Yeah.
We just moved the ball really well this year, which will be fun to play with, and we just run up and down and just play the same style essentially, but just move the ball more.
Okay, how big is it to play against a coach like Steve Alford? Is a legend in this area?
I'm not from Indiana, but yeah, it's always a great honor playing one of the great coaches of college basketball.
Well, they had an exhibition, and so we exchanged our 2 exhibition games with them. Their exhibition they played all zone, and so we have a feel for what they'll do against the zone. Now they do have some returning players that were good players for them last year, so we know personnel a little bit. But other than that, you don't have a ton. It's really more about you being you and you being you at a high level. And honestly, no matter how much film we had on UCLA, the keys to the game aren't going to be much different. It's going to be about transition D. It's going to be about rebounding the basketball, and it's going to be about sitting in gaps and putting them in crowds, because they're really good from the perimeter, getting in there and drive and penetrate and get to the rim and drive and kick.
What did you use? You got to win the game you played earlier this week, but I would imagine some of the things you were thinking about for this Tuesday were also at work in that game too. Would I be right in that?
Yeah, to an extent. The things that we work on every single day. That's what we need to be really good at to have success at a UCLA. We're not a team that just makes full-sale adjustments to our competition. We play a certain style. We think some of it's pretty unique and difficult and challenging and can put people in different positions to play. And so sometimes we find that people will adjust to us, the way that we size down and play and drive and kick. And so that's kind of our hope, that we can be really good at what we do.
All right. specifically, what do you see? You know, you mentioned the rebounding, and both the guys said that as well. But is there another key that you can think of that gives you a good fighting chance?
Well, rebound, transition, D, and being in gaps. And I discussed that a little bit earlier, but those three right there, you got to be able to defend the dribble drive as well. And then we got to have great process offensively. Doesn't necessarily that every shot has to go in. I mean, 2 years ago when we had success here against Indiana, we didn't have a great offensive game, but we had a great offensive process game. And so when you take tough shots, difficult shots, tough shots in crowds, bad threes, that leads to transition defense. And so as long as we have good process, that usually puts us in a pretty good position to both defend and score at a high level.
All right, you guys played. These kids have all played in big parts. So this one, even as legendary as it is going to be that big of a wow.
Well, and you say that our returning guys that have played for us worn a Don uniform. They absolutely have. It won't faze them. But in terms of our newcomers, we got 10 of them. 10 of them that have never worn a Don's uniform in a regulation game before. So there will be some uniqueness there. But at the end of the day, like they're good players. I have no doubt they're gonna lean on some of our upperclassmen. They're gonna see their poise, and we're gonna put a great effort out on the floor.
What are some of the things that you tell the guys specifically prepare that haven't been in these games before?
Well, it's funny. I gave our guys some homework the other day, and I said, listen, we've had 2 games at this level that we've had the ultimate success in the last 2 years. One at home, one on the road, and I said, your homework is I want you to watch the second half of both of these games. And the things you're going to see is first off is an attack mentality. You don't go in there and just try and finesse victories over teams of that talent. And so it's about an attack mentality offensively and defensively. And then 2, you're going to see the poise that comes from just stacking our details and all those little things that I've been badgering you about all summer long. Well, they ultimately lead to success. And so that's what we're looking to do is just look one play at a time, look at those stacking those details and look at what we've done in the past. And I think we got really good poise there. And ultimately it's not about winning and losing. At this stage of the season, we don't even talk a lot about that. It's about winning different, possessions, winning days, and then the ultimate success of winning games that comes after the fact.
I was gonna say it is early in the year, but what does a game like this win or loss tell you about your team?
It just kind of tells you a little bit about kind of where your poise is. It tells you about how well you can manage the details that you as a coach and your upperclassmen know you have to execute to have the ultimate success, and just kind of where you got to go from there.
Steve Alford is a big, coach and he's big in this area. So, what do you make against playing against him?
I think it's awesome. I mean, for our Indiana guys, I mean, he's as good as it gets from the state of Indiana. Has had great success here, and for Fort Wayne, I mean, he started his college coaching career at Manchester, obviously had some great years playing at Indiana. So I think it's cool for our Indiana guys. It's great for our university. He's a really good coach, and we're going to Pauley Pavilion, where not only do you have Steve Alford, but you got John Wooden there, who also is an Indiana guy. So, it's a bucket list item for me as well as I'm sure for all of our guys when they look back and reflect on it.
And what is this coaching style like?
Well, similar to us, they want to score the ball. They get up and down the floor. They like to play fast. They're going to put you in space. They're going to move the ball really, really well, and they're going to be aggressive on the defensive end.